Hey, what is up, everybody? My name is Richard Terrell. I go by Kirby Kid, and we are entering the third semester of the Mario Maker workshop. So, this workshop is a design school. We talk about level design. In particular, we use Mario Maker 2 as our platform of choice, and we make a lot of levels. Sounds kind of simple, but there's a lot more to it. We have a really robust system under the hood. So, let me show you a little bit of that before we move on. There we go. So, Design Oriented is my company. We are founded on this principle of talking about game design seriously, but also being serious about community and about communication, right? So, those are our big focuses. And what we did here in the past is create resources for people to talk about games better. We created this website. We have a Discord. You're watching this stream on Twitch. The videos go to YouTube. We have Twitter where anybody can ask us questions or whatever. But for the last 12 weeks, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we have been focusing all of our effort, or the majority of it, to the Mario Maker workshop. Now, this workshop is a design school, as I said, and we've gone through, oops, that's the wrong one, many lessons, as you can see here. All the lessons are contained in the lesson hub. You can learn all about what we learned. A lot of these websites have a ton of information, but the gist of it is we learn about something new every week. We do an assignment that requires making Mario levels every week, and we've been doing this for 12 weeks. So if you need a really clear idea about the amount of work, the volume of effort that you have to give in order to be an excellent level designer, we have this worksheet. So a lot of what we do in the Mario Maker workshop happens on this worksheet, and as you can see, everybody's got their name, their maker ID, and every bit of effort that they put towards learning Mario better and working within this workshop community gets added up and tallied up here, so you can get a really clear idea about how much effort it takes to reach this level of skill, this level of competency, whatever. So our various members go down the list. We got 26 members roughly. People have done various levels of contributions. Some people are in the thousands, some people stop at around 20 or 33, but all the effort in a really interesting way works for the good of the whole. So I know everybody doesn't have a block of free time to dedicate to making Mario levels. I know life is busy and there's ups and downs that happen all the time. Traditionally, in traditional learning, if you take a few weeks off, if you have a month break, or if you want to leave and come back, there's this huge pause in the learning. There's this huge gap, and oftentimes what you learn in that interim fades away. So you are outside of your learning element, the learning community, outside of the rhythm of doing work, and all of a sudden you start losing things that were never quite solidified in the first place. That's just one of the negatives of traditional learning, but what we have here is a different kind of learning system. We call it communal learning, and there's a bunch of details here that I'll kind of chat about, but essentially with communal learning, we build a network, a friend network actually, of between ourselves, and we use that network to support each other, to teach each other, and to spur on things like our creativity in order to both make learning more fun and more effective. So what you see here is a result of this interesting communal learning experiment, and for all the courses that we've done as a workshop, they all go here in the second tab, and this is the courses tab. There's starting with the first course that was made by Loco Tony, and all the way down 184 courses later, we have a level that was put in by my brother, Dr. Haji, just yesterday. So each of these courses gets put on the list, and anybody within the community at any time can jump into this collaborative spreadsheet and start filling in feedback for this 21-point criteria, right? You can see that at the top there's 21 different categories. And this makes up a bulk of how we throw all of our voices into the mix and make sure that anyone who has a voice always gets heard and gets that information to the right place. This worksheet is cloud-based, it's communal, and it's open to the public too, so anybody can learn based on what anybody had to contribute to this learning effort. That's one big difference with communal learning compared to traditional learning. So you can even spot this and spy it out yourself. The link to this spreadsheet's on the website. You can just go to designoriented.net and navigate your way. But ultimately, we spent the first semester talking about what I consider to be the core of Mario. It's right here. theme, which is the stuff you put in your level, basic layout, the shape of your level, where Mario can jump, where you can't jump, the overall sort of standing platform construction in the air that you jump around, coins, which are non-aggressive, non-hurtful pickups that encourage platforming and do all kinds of other things. We learned that coins can communicate safety, coins can spur on creativity, coins can hint at things, hide things, reward more expert platforming, or otherwise make a challenge more challenging. So coins are amazing. Then we have enemies. Enemies are complex, and power-ups. Power-ups add one more layer to all of it. This is the main reason why Mario level design is so complex. These elements alone stack up with each other in a really interesting way, because you can make an entire level just out of basic layouts, which is exactly what we did. The first lesson that we had was basic layout, and as you can see here, basic layout. One of our challenges the first assignment we did was create a level that was only blocks, no coins, no special blocks, no enemies, no power-ups, nothing, just moving around blocks. And we experimented with all these interesting formations and got a really clear idea about how fun Mario can be when there's practically nothing there to do. So we built on these basic lessons, as you can see here, and we learned a lot in the process. But ultimately, Mario's fun with very little happening on the screen. So we understand now just how much each of these elements add to that fun and detract from it, and add and create new possibilities. So that was the first semester. That was all focused on the particular style of level design that Mario offers, which is perfect when you're working with the Mario Maker 2. Then we moved on to the difficulty design section, and this is where things get a little bit more abstract and a little bit more complex. We talked about skill using the D-cart system, and that's a system here that I created in order to better talk about skill, and it's broken down into knowledge, dexterity, reflex, timing, and adaptation, right? There's 5 major categories, and each of these break down into smaller groups, and each of those breaks down oftentimes into other smaller groups, so you can get as precise and as detailed as you ever want to be. We studied the system one branch of it at a time for 5 weeks, and double Dutch. And then we learned about it and did an assignment for each of these. And now we are on the cusp of the final semester, which you can see here. This is where a lot of the big picture, overarching, abstract ideas and more complex constructions are considered, created, tweaked, whatever. After working with the very basics, now we're working with some really complex upper level stuff. Secrets. There's a variety of ways to hide secrets, but secrets are a particular layer to the level design in which can hide extra areas, extra challenges, extra whatever. Music, please. We don't do music here. Because then YouTube flags all of my music and makes my videos cry. But essentially, pacing, we talk about the rhythm of challenges, mostly in terms of difficulty, but not always. Speed runnable is just one extra consideration that's pretty Mario specific. Every level in Mario Maker challenges players to reach the high score. So when you do, you get to race everybody else's top time, and if you're the fastest, you get a very special but insignificant reward. So considering speed running it's one specific kind of consideration that we have here. Development, how an idea is built up, what manner of development are you going to use to take an idea, flesh it out, define it, give it a twist, or whatever. Like, that all fits under this category. Counterpoint is something really complex that we'll get to sometime in this semester, but that should be one of our final and most difficult lessons. That's why it comes right here at the end. We talked about principles. We've talked about principles the whole time, and we've talked about clarity and camera throughout. So we're really down to the last few categories, and this semester we are going to learn these things in a very interesting way. So let's get over to the Mario Maker real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, you want music? Here's your music. It's gonna black out for a second. Don't freak out. Okay. So everybody in the workshop is encouraged to add each other as a followed or favorited maker. And when you do, all their levels will appear in your custom playlist. It makes it really easy to keep track of other people and play their levels. It's pretty important to play other people's levels within the workshop, so we're going to start with Decart Timing by Bleach, and I'll give you some commentary as I go along. Oh no, half water. Okay. This kind of reminds me of... Oh, no, no! Wow, that was not fun. Oh. So this is the Bros 3 level where the water comes up and down and you have to use these vines to get up high enough and stay safe. And then when it's safe down there, you kind of go like this. Interesting. 2, 3, 4. I think he's simulating the blocks that you can kind of walk up and grab right there. Throw that. And there's a big Bertha whatever simulation. This is probably going to turn to another one of these. Very cool, very cool. Oh, the turtle shell moves more slowly underwater. Very cool. So that's the first repeat. I think that one had the big fish in it, which made the timing a little harder. Okay. This is part of our assignment. We take something from an actual Mario game, then we repeat it 3 times, increasing the challenge every time. No! So let's pretend like those fish are getting me. Oh, let's do this. Oh, no mushroom. Oh. Oh! I actually expected not to fly through it like that, but the timing here. Oh wow! I couldn't jump on the fish. Can you not jump on the fish? So this fish is coming after me now. It's funny that he picked the new Super Bros style because while jumping, but it gets the point across. I like it. That's so cheap. Hey Bleach. Oh no, not if it's above or below the waterline. It's dumb. Yeah, it's weird, but it makes sense. I don't think you can you not hit Koopas when they're below the water either? Die. And then you platform over here, and this gets the final thingy. Okay. So between the water rising up and down, the fish going left and right, presumably, the Koopa bouncing left and right, the timers in that get more and more complex, and everything's on its own timer, which ultimately turns into a complex timer in this case, where you can't quite sync everything up because everything's doing their own thing. This is Akamarek's non-assignment level. We'll play that in a second. Up and up. So everybody's got levels. Did I already play this one? I've not played this one? Okay. Oh look, another jungle theme with half water. Oh no. Oh, what? Jumping out of the water is so annoying. I tapped jump when I was under the water, and then he just like kept going up and then leaped out of the water when I just tapped it once. Does that happen when you hold up? Well, that's not good. Bowser Jr. is in my way. Ugh. I wasn't holding the run button for whatever reason. Oh, nice. Hey, that's some nice counterpoint right there. Swim out of the water. I hate water. You deserved it. So to get a running jump out of the water, you actually have to swim with some velocity apparently. Let's see if I can get it. Like that. Did not know that until Marcus discovered it. So right here, I need to swim like this a little bit faster. I can't get it. You actually have to be moving with the running speed. That's kind of crazy. I don't like you. Wow. You decide to float up extra long. Look, interesting. Oh, you actually had to kill him. Interesting. He doesn't stay in the thing? Ah, he doesn't like to move off platforms. Eat that. I guess if you jump down, that would be a much different kind of challenge. Why are Adrian's levels always so long? Oh, this is an enemy gauntlet, I guess, but he's just using a few elements. Will he jump up into him? Oh, that's not good. Noxious little frog. I almost killed myself. Okay, there we go. This better be the end. Hate water. Taz hate water. So you can see a progression there. Let's pop over to the spreadsheet and make sure that we do that correctly. So that wasn't quite the same setup that we had going for our enemy bingos, but that was done by Yokoma with, where is it? Right here, yeah. Jungle with fluctuating water heights, enemies underwater and top of waters, Bowser Jr.'s, giant Goombas and Goombas, coins. There was no coins? Yeah. Power up. Adaptation, usually the random elements add adaptation, reacting to Bowser Jr.'s move with the projectiles. Yep, jumping out of the water is annoying for dexterity. There's a couple of spots for the upper and lower paths. You usually want to take the upper path to avoid the water enemies. One of Bowser Jr. fights has changed quite a bit depending on if you're the upper path or the lower path. It's true. Invisible block with a fire flower placed in a spot the player may end up jumping. Did not find that. Pacing. There were some highs and lows. It's nice to have lows in between harder sections, but these low areas seemed empty and kind of distracting. Speed runnable. Being forced to fight to get keys allows players to press more of the risk reward of combat. Getting power-ups ultimately wastes time. So there are a few different types of choices that will make a difference time-wise. Counterpoint: Bowser Jr. on top of a block that secretly contains a power-up is a nice kind of counterpoint, as engaging with just Bowser Jr. will likely lead to the discovery of this item. Principles? Didn't see any principles broken. Camera seemed fine. Everything was contained in the small areas. And each challenge was clear. I just wasn't sure why some of them existed. Displaying the door in the right way, so it's like, oh, I have to kill something to get this key, or oh, whatever. Like, that was all pretty good. Good job conveying clear challenges for combat challenges to open locked doors. Okay. Gameplay ideas in this? Nothing that I could think of. Nothing distinct. In fairness, all fair. Bowser Jr. and Goomba are pretty slow, and water slows you down more, so it's nearly impossible to get surprised. Stuff like that. And I already did this hip pause one. Okay. Back up to the top. So this is some of the progress that we've made creating workshop levels. A lot of these are interesting experiments. I guess I'll show you my level since I didn't show you last time. A lot of these are interesting experiments that investigate very specific things, and we get to see the results of it, right? Like sometimes some of the levels are really strictly fulfilling the requirements. Sometimes people flesh out their levels and make them a little bit more involved and interesting. And it turns out like almost all my levels are hard for people. Like my enemy one was way hard, harder than I thought it was going to be. This one was hard for people. This one was hard for people. This one was hard because of the this one was hard because of the ending and flying. This one's hard because I put a really hard section in it, but the other alternative is a really easy section. And this is not hard, but this is fun. That's why it has 13 hearts. Notice the difference of how fun it is. It's 5 hearts, 2 hearts, 6, 3, 13. So this is the latest one I made, and it is too hard. Let's see how many people. Oh, go. There's 2 people that cleared it. You can get everything in one attempt, I tell people. Mario Maker Workshop. Or 9 people have attempted it. So this is a timing challenge, and I found this setup on the stream last time, and now this is the fully realized version. This first area is simple because you can turn the complex timer into a simple one, and then you survive long enough, you get to leave. Whoa! That was like, as close as possible. Why did I do that? It's not good. So now this one's moving counterclockwise, and that created a harder challenge, but ultimately that's what I was going for right there. And because you did this on the first try, you can snag your coin and keep going. And now we have this lower section, and this one I put a lot of care into. So like you grab some coins, yay, normal coins. You see this, you're like, clearly keys are a thing, and you're like, okay, well, I need at least one key. I put that platform there just in case you miss. Got it. So that's a internal timing thing, and because I worked on this level so long, I'm pretty good at nailing that. Let's see if I get this one. So this is interesting. This is one of the secrets I put into the game. Oop, almost got crushed. No! Okay, let's try that again. So yeah, there's a lot of leeway if you know a little bit more about the nuance of how these things work. I put that first hidden block there for people if they explored vertically, right? They'd find it. But then I made the fire flower a little too high out of reach to get, so then you're like, well, how do you get it? Well, then that's when this clever trick comes into play. You get your fire flower, you go over here, and you're like, I did it. I'm so great. I'm so great. Takes you up here, and if just getting up here, congrats. If you have the fire flower, because this tells you you need the fire flower, freaking congrats. And if you're really bold, this is a secret. So this is a secret behind a secret behind a secret, and this is a secret behind a secret behind a secret. So right, if you just know how Mario levels are designed and you're like, no space should be wasted, why would you put this area up here? You should probably think there may be a secret. And this one tells you that there's a fire flower. If you get up here without getting the fire flower, not knowing where it is, this tells you that. And you know, right, because you could just bump that while you're waiting, and I give you time to wait, or I give you enough time. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. I could burn this and lose it all. No! No. Oh. So that's how you basically get the 3 keys that are in this environment. And I probably should have Woo! So that one has a little bit of leeway, but this one is a lot stricter, which is how I designed it. Woo! Let's go! The hard part is now I'm stuck over here. I probably should have run backwards to get on that that hype train over there, but I'll show you what it looks like with 2 keys. Oh, actually I'm not stuck. Very good, very good, very good. So this is the last timing challenge. You have to kind of keep the internal timer in your head. It's about right here. And then trigger it. Yep. And if you got any number of keys instead of leaving, you get to cash them in. Yay, cash them in. And you can leave at any time, but I'm cashing this one in. And I'm like, oh, I wish I had more money. But because you reset the doors, go ahead and give this one another shot. Oh, my fire flower's gone. Yeah, that was I did that out of order. Oh well. It was right there. I just missed it. You can see the green. Oh, where's my Twitch comments? Please. So this is one where I decided to make it more like a level. Whew, didn't get that one. I probably cannot get 3 keys. I was so close. And what's cool about internal timing is it's a skill, right? Like once you have this timing in your head, I'm actually not thinking about it that hard. I just kind of like go for it, miss that one, and it works out most of the time. I'll show you what it looks like here if you do this. Suspension, baby. Suspension. Taking elements that seem to be for one specific gameplay idea and area and then having them cross over to others. Oh, shoot. That's so hard. To jump off, hit the fire flower, and then get everything before it collapses, right? It's very hard, but I'll just get that one now. This is another trick you can do, right? So you keep both boxes alive. Where is it? There it is. You do this, this, and then you do this. Like that. And then, oh, look at what I got. Okay, that didn't work. But I think you can do this. Oh, wow. I hit it too high. No! No! This one should work. This one's so close. I just did it pixels off. I did it! Whoa! Jeez. Okay, then. And then you can come over here. Suspension is so fun. This is the kind of subtle layer design that I love. I put tons of layers into my games. Into my levels if at all possible. So here's the moment of truth. Can I get the 1 to 2? Can I get it? I gotta go for it. So now the so we're gonna watch a video of me doing it. Oh my goodness. Right here. Well, we'll watch this one. Yeah, that was fun. So this is kind of an interesting thing to observe. Mario games don't typically test you and stress your internal timing. So these challenges are very foreign for a lot of people. This is me doing the secret. And Mario games don't let you stress your long-term memory by memorizing levels per se. They try to keep everything refreshing enough and simple enough that you can kind of figure it out as you go along. Alright, let's do it. This is just me working on my own level and practicing. Internal timing! Let's go! And this is what it looks like when you have 3 keys. Various techniques you can use here for internal timing. Walking with it as if you're walking on top of it and slowing your speed like this. Or just keeping it in your brain. I think I'm too late on this one. Yep, I was nearly too late. Man, that was close. But yeah, that's what it looks like when you don't mess up. Oh. This is some complex timers that we were playing yesterday. It's so fun. Look at this nonsense. If you let the Bowsers go too long, this stuff turns crazy. Ouch. That's fun. Anyway, back to the game. So I'm not going to be able to get the triple. That's too early. That was... I gotta go for it though. If I don't go for it, I'm just resetting this one. Like, screw it. I'm even missing this spot. We're done. Yeah, so try your luck in there. Complex timings abound. Even when you know the secrets, it's not easy. That tests your skills very, very precisely. A lot of people like to make Mario games where you die, and the only way to do it is to beat it or die. But I like to make it like Nintendo, where it's easier to complete the level, but you get curious and you want to take your skills beyond. You can see challenges denoted by coins and secrets, and then I use keys a lot, and I clearly signpost to people that like the maximum victory is this many keys. Fun. So what we're going to do with the Mario Maker Workshop, which I'll explain here. So what we're doing with the next semester of the Mario Maker Workshop is we got the skills, we exercised our level design muscles, and now we have to learn how to become effective craftsmen, as I say. A lot of times people have level ideas and they get these grandiose ideas like, I want to make a level like this and that, and I want to make it like this movie, or do this crazy thing, or add too many bullet bills, and then they make that level. The level turns out however it turns out, and then they kind of burn out. At the beginning of Mario Maker 2's life, we had a ton of creative levels, and I thought, look at these players, look how creative they are, the diversity is amazing. But it was actually really hardcore Mario Maker 1 creators and makers that hit the ground running. But now the creativity and the versatility and the variety has dried up significantly. You look at some people that have made courses, right? Popular courses. Like this guy. You're like, oh, this course has a ton of plays. Well, the level looks like it's a musical level. So you look at the uploaded courses and you can tell, like, oh, they all do the same thing, I think. Right? The same idea, from what I can tell, but half of these are puzzle solving, half of these are standard. Maybe this person just likes to do pixel art. But the most popular ones, like this one, Mata Mario ga something something, I don't know this kanji. I don't know all those kanji. But yeah, if you look at individual creators, you get to see, where's my cursor? Okay. Oh yeah, you're not even looking at it. If you look at individual creators, you get to see that, I don't even know where my cursor is. Where is it? Is that a bug? Weird. The touchscreen doesn't even work. Yeah, that's a bug. The game just kind of stopped working. But individual creators kind of have one unique thing they do. Maybe one, maybe two good ideas, and then they kind of revamp those ideas or quickly dry up with their creativity. It takes a lot of discipline in order to create a varied play space. It creates a lot of discipline in order to take an idea, tweak it in a certain way, and then tweak it in a different way instead of just doing the same thing over and making flavor changes. So that discipline is something I consider that you get when you treat it like a craft instead of just like a hobby. You organize a little bit, you take a little bit of time to think, and you work on things that are weak, and you stretch yourself when necessary. So what we're going to do here in the workshop is we're going to turn ourselves into a mock development studio, right? So it's no longer about just doing your own ideas. You're now working with a team. The team has to accomplish various tasks, making levels of a various caliber, and executing on these specific specified qualities very effectively, quickly, and efficiently. This is going to involve understanding the fellow workshoppers and what they do best, what they can handle, and then working within those limitations, right? So I'll give you an example. Let's pop this back open. So an example is everybody in the workshop has different strengths and weaknesses, right? Some people have a variety of ideas. Some people do better with more specified, strict instructions. Some people are really good at analyzing certain aspects of the game. Some people are really good at making certain aspects of the game. Some people remember a lot of these principles, right? These principles are the rules that we extract for how to make consistent / better levels, and we have 146 of them. We've started making new principles based on multiplayer because Mario Maker now has a multiplayer with friends option, so we can reliably get some multiplayer gameplay and design levels around multiplayer. But otherwise, everyone has strengths and weaknesses, right? So we're going to, one, chart these strengths and weaknesses, and two, we're going to develop knowing those things. And I think one benefit of communal learning is that instead of being in somewhat of a well, I'm going to do my work and hopefully everybody else does their work, but it's too bad if they fail kind of thing, like our mindset is more of one of communal appreciation and group exploration. So we're not just in it to get our job done, collect our paycheck, and go home. We are actually genuinely interested in exploring gameplay possibilities and seeing what our fellow workshoppers are capable of doing. So a different mindset will allow us and free us up to help each other and learn in a much more effective way. So when we were learning various things in the workshop before, we created these bingos, right? And we came up with parameters on the top and the side, and we had to fill out as a group every single combination. And by doing this, we got a lot of practice, we got a lot of variety, and we also, as a group, hit so many different types of levels. Like, this is more variety than you're ever going to see from like any one maker in Mario Maker. This is a total of 72 cells, right? And we did this as a group. All the evidence is on the website. Again, you go here, you go to the appropriate lesson. That was a bonus bingo, so that's coins and bonus rooms. Click on the lesson. Boop. Then you read about what we learned. You can look at the same challenge that we took. You can look at all the levels from the challenge by clicking there. That's back in the day when the bingo wasn't complete. What a sad day. And you can even study some of the examples in this graphic that I made. So, and you can watch me play the levels on the stream. You can catch up if you want to. All the information and the learning is right there for you. But we did that as a group. We also did that with enemies, 100% as a group. Good old Jeff sealing the rest of that up for us. Power-up bingo. We did this as a group. It's a little different format, but as you can see at the top, we did all these power-ups as a group. And with each of these, we covered every single one of these below topics individually, so that's cool. And then we have the D-card bingo, right? And this is the one we did of the skill spectrum. And as you can see, which I'll make smaller so it's a little easier to see, we have 73% completed knowledge, 66 to dexterity, 42 of reflex, and 37 to timing. So as time went on, you know, less and less complete, but this is something that's always available to us to go back to, fill in, and study and learn. We were studying the original games, by the way, for this one, and plucking out examples from existing designs and then tweaking them. So that's why this was a lot of fun. So by doing all this, we learned a lot about what each other can do, what each other likes to do, what games each other likes to play. Like you can see here, Kirby Kid at the bottom did a bunch of fellow workshopper courses because I play our workshopper courses the most. So I specialized in that for a little bit. But otherwise, we're going to take a similar approach and do something with our, let me see if I can find it. Workshopper bingo, where is it? These are completely incomplete. Yep, this one's just a white emptiness. Yeah, so as I'm speccing out this new bingo sheet, I want us to be able to take a gameplay idea, anything from this gameplay ideas tab right here, in which we have been slowly collecting gameplay ideas that either we came up with or other people have come up with that we thought were interesting, and we have 292 different gameplay ideas. I want us to be able to take a single idea like this. Like, let's take one for an example. Let's take something like the golden staircase. Coins are placed in a staircase formation. Use a P-switch and get up the stairs in time to probably access an area. So, like, let's say we take that concept, and I want us to be able to I want us to be able to, like, set it here, and as a group, get a random place on this board and be like, okay, I want you to create the golden staircase, and I want you to make it in the basic layout style of New Super Mario Brothers. It's different from Super Mario Brothers and Bros. 3 and Worlds and all these others, right? Like, do it in this style. I want your enemies to be shell class. I want your at least one hidden block plus coins in some kind of coin focused area. Maybe it doesn't have to be a bonus room, maybe not. I want your power up to be Builder Mario. And you're like, you can't do that with Builder Mario. You're like, fine. I want your power up to be Spiny Shell Mario. And then I want your difficulty to focus on maybe this and that, and I want your layers to be this, and you can just kind of read the spec and envision what it takes to make this level possible. Now, if it falls into an area that you don't have a lot of experience with, that's why we have the entire workshop going for us. If it's like, oh, complex timers and difficulty design, and then you go over to the bingo, and you say complex timers. Who did complex timers? Akamarak, Dr. Haji, Harvest, and Kirby Kid. Other people focused on other things. So you should probably talk to us if you have trouble doing complex timers. Even if you don't have trouble, that's the thing. Relying on your community and stretching yourself learning wise only when you get stuck or in trouble. Like, why? If you're competent, you'll be not stuck most of the time. And that means you won't be relying on one of your greatest resources most of the time. You should just get in the regular habit of being able to effectively communicate with the people that you know, go to the right people, and even brainstorm effectively in a short period of time, use that information and hit the ground running. Yeah, so we're going to be exercising some experimental development situations, developer situations, and trying to see if any of this, after all this work, we can make better production pipelines out of it. So as individual makers, I'm working hard on reflecting on all those levels that we made and talking about what we did well, what we didn't do well, what we specialize in. This can give you kind of a handy idea, handy way to know who to turn to for what. I want us to be able to take, not that one, we can hide you. I want people to be able to hit a point in this and kind of at will be able to move it up and down, left and right, almost like Mario Party, where you're randomly going to get a new assignment or randomly get knocked into a path that you weren't anticipating. And I want us to be able to adapt, right? If you're making your entire level with complex timing and all of a sudden you get a re-roll and now you have to do tracks or whatever, like, make it happen. You should be able to surgically remove the things that you need to remove and add only the few elements that you need to add to make this happen. I almost want to do a single gameplay idea and run the gamut, the entire spectrum. But maybe we may return to the room style so that everything can be contained within a room. But levels are so much more complex than what can fit on a single screen. We have to be a little bit more open. So maybe we'll get everything done in like 2 screens or 3 screens. But yeah, that's the big idea. We're going to talk, and here are some varieties of layers, like a single room, straight up. What is straight up? Normal, straight up, left to right. Alternate path, maybe an underground path, 2 times layered, like an upper area and a lower area throughout. Power-up style lap, where you're expected to go over the area, and now that you have a power-up, things are different. Course correct, where at the beginning, you have a fork in the road and you can go this way or that way, and those are 2 sort of completely independent courses that you can explore. New Super Mario Brothers 2 Nerve Rack Pack has this. Let me see if I can find that. Here it is. So look, you go in the pipe, you get your golden mushroom, coins fly in. That's all cool. You have this pipe right here. You could go in and start your level. Oh, the person went in and started the level. Did I already miss the point? Well, you get to see what this layer looks like. So this is a really cool auto runner. Very specifically tuned for this to happen, but it's so fun. That broke a coin principle. I mean, this whole game breaks coin principles. I mean, you can see it all over the place. If you fall, you die, by the way. And you have to do high bounces or low bounces. Fun. So let's do another Nerf rack pack.
Actually died, like jumpy.
Let's not listen to that person. Why is did I miss? This pipe level has 2 courses you can go on. One that's like obvious, where you just shoot into the pipe and you go up. And then the other where you take the left path and you go up to an even harder version. Wow, why is no one doing the harder version? Come on, people. Internet, I'm relying on you. Alright. So there's the alternate path to the left. Why didn't you go in it? Go into the alt path. Nobody's doing it. Well, at least this person shows it. So this is a perfect example of a real game that does the whole... Actually, I'm going to add that to the spreadsheet. So that's under gameplay ideas. And you can do course correct. Because either course that you go in is correct. And I can write... I can write New Super Mario Brothers 2 Nerve Rack Pack does this in the final level of that pack. Cool. Course correct. Folded level design is where you go into a level, trigger something, and on your way back, the dynamics make the challenge different, even though it's relying on traversing over the same space. It's really interesting. Open non-linear exploration. I want us to have the flexibility as a group to be like, I created a 2x layered. Somebody else quickly make a power-up level style out of this, or somebody turn this into a straight-up normal level where you go left to right, take out all that variation, or even take it up a notch and be like, somebody turn this gameplay idea, make it the center of the primary gameplay idea, but then make the whole level open and non-linear, right? I want us to be able to do that. I want us to be able to execute very, very quickly. No more deliberating on, is this idea cool? No more deliberating on, does this meet the requirements? The only thing is, it's going to be, the gameplay idea is going to be specified, and this is going to be specified, and you just got to hit it and then pass it on to the next workshop member. That's the idea, at least. So I'm slowly defining all these different kinds of secrets, different kinds of speed running styles, different kinds of ways to develop an idea, different levels of counterpoint in order to give us some variation there. And soon this bingo will be done. But look forward in the workshop to playing each other's levels, getting levels passed to you. We're going to find a really effective way of doing that. Making changes, just using your experience and the principles that we learn and just doing what it takes to get it done. Honestly, right? And we're gonna get a lot more experience taking an abstract concept. So some of these gameplay ideas are really abstract. Course correct is really easy to understand. Let's pick another one. Drop a large quantity of enemies or items into the field and maybe watch them squirm or bounce around. That's simple to understand. But some of these are not, like the Game Breakers Toolkit, a level that's pretty hard to beat, but at the beginning or maybe in some bonus room. You guys can't read that very well. A level that's pretty hard to beat, but at the beginning or in some bonus room you have access to power-ups or carry items that basically break the game, the challenge of the game, undermine it. Each item breaks it in a different way. Maybe this could make for a crazy non-linear speedrunning level. Maybe this is part of the player level design. So that's pretty crazy, right? That's like, you have to think about it, think about the different challenges you can make those challenges hard, then think about how they can be broken, and then figure out how you're going to give the player the objects. This is very difficult. Some of these ideas are very not difficult, like a dark level with small lighted objects and and events that you have to pay attention to in order to progress quickly or safely. That's pretty straightforward. We played levels like that. Or use seesaws to launch enemies or objects. Catapult. Simple. We played levels like that. Red blue maze. Interlocking obstacle course made of dotted line blocks. Blockers. Dotted line blocks and on-off switches. They're called switch blocks and switch blocks. Navigating isn't too hard, but getting the coins and finding secrets is tricky. Yeah, I wrote that so I can edit my own thing. Some of these are a lot easier to understand. Hidden climb, a large vertical blank level with hidden blocks arranged so players can climb up to the top. Use super flying power-ups to help players pull this off. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna be gauging the difficulty of some of these ideas, working on them as a group, passing it along, giving each other feedback. We're really used to giving each other feedback now because we've done literally 3,448 different individual cells of feedback for this particular for our own courses. So we should be used to thinking in these terms. We should be used to looking for these things, and we should be well practiced, well seasoned by now. One of the reasons why I think this approach is interesting is because a lot of indies have this problem. They scope big, they think they can make it, and then they work hard learning and trial and erroring and exploring to try to get to this big vague concept. These big vague concepts are big and vague for a reason. They probably are not very accurate. They're probably not very practical. They're probably missing a whole bunch of details that the person is not filling in, so they struggle to create those details as they actuate it. We want to not get in that habit. We know what we can make already. We have spent 12 weeks making and observing each other. Our skills, our pros and cons, our tendencies should be well known. We are going to calculate and execute based on that instead of like, well, I think I can do it. I think I can step up to the plate. No more stepping up. We have enough talent amongst ourselves to do something great. We're going to learn how to and focus specifically on using what we have instead of aiming for what we don't. So that changes the way you design. It changes the way we communicate. It should be a really interesting experiment for game dev coming up. So that kind of sets the stage for the week. I'll make an assignment and kind of get back to everyone else in the workshop with details. If you want to see me play random other levels, I'll do so for the rest of this stream, maybe for another 10-30 minutes, and we'll take it from there. Cool. I always play workshopper levels. I don't really like playing random levels. They're so miss and not even hit. So this is a level we play with Cavalier Zion, and it's a co-op level, so I think I saved one video of us playing it. Was it this one? No, that's just a screenshot I just took. I didn't save any video of us playing it. Okay. But there was a lot. It had a lot of interesting ideas in it. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Battle Royale while scaling the rocket. So this whole stage has a sort of creative conceit, and you start off from the runway to get to the rocket. Those are the rocket engines, right? Timers go off. And you get this complex machine where each person has to take a different one, perfectly timed to where if you wait too long, you'll be crushed. You enter a stage like this where it's auto-scrolling. You're racing the other people, you can see them go up. Since it's auto-scrolling and everyone entered the pipe at about the same time, you can screw people over and not screw people over by doing that. They can hit switches and make your climb here much harder. Like the red is easier right now, but if the red were flipped, it'd be easier for them. And those three people go to that one. I go to this one. Very aesthetically pleasing. And then this is the upper path. You can see the lower path has on-off switches, so I can screw them over like this. And it's a really interesting sort of use to multiple paths, multiplayer, and then I'm locked out of here. So everyone below and everyone on the top have the same chance of getting to that pipe if they survive. And then they can get to that, so you have to be careful. You get up here, and then you're finally back in the same play space. If you died, you started back at the beginning, so only the survivors are here. Get out of my hands. And to help you platform, why not? And then you could drop those guys on other people's heads. So look, we went all the way to the rocket, and those were probably supposed to simulate cockpit people in the upper part of the chamber, and this is the top part of the rocket where it's like launched out and flying. And a really cool race. We went into the engines and the innards, and we went from the bottom and all the way to the top. That organic unity happening, all in a 4-player race of sorts in Battle Royale. So a really interesting level. It was a lot of fun to play. Kind of crazy. There's all kinds of interactions that we didn't anticipate, or Chris didn't anticipate, and by playing it as a group, we learned some new principles and put those to the spreadsheet. So we're all learning. Goomba Kick Castle. Kick and throw Galoombas as you fight your way through the castle. So this is Akamarak's first non-assignment course that he made in Mario Maker. Kill Galoomba. Kill them. That's interesting. Kick and kill Galoomba. Oh! You guys think you have weapons? I have weapons. I got hurt. We're taking you with us. No key? Oh, I actually did get the key. So Akamarak had a similar setup of this in one of his, oh, shoot. Spin to win. I almost got crushed. Ooh, so collecting all the keys isn't useless. Because otherwise it would have bunked. Yeah, oh, just like so like tucking the secrets away up there and displaying them is something that I probably took the inspiration from Akamarak, but he has a bonus room, no, an enemy gauntlet level that uses the same structure. Very cool to see his signature like that. Get hit. Get hit. You guys suck. Oh shoot. That was fun. Nice and simple, nice and effective. I didn't realize they were necessary. Maybe only 2 were necessary. And now I have some extra. Now I can't go back and get the feathers, so this is it for me. Rocket League. Spin to win. Did I miss my secret? I probably missed it. Broken. Okay. I think I missed my opportunity to get the secret unless... Let me try this again. I'm missing. Nope. Maybe that should be a different color. Because if you go into all the blue pipes, maybe that one should be a different color. That's all. Ooh. Nice. I worked hard. I get this extra thingy. Let's go. Oh, I just lost it immediately. Oh! Whoa! That guy just kicked me to the side. Alright. I lost my advantage. That was sad. I can't kick them upwards once they're on the below level. Interesting. This is much cleaner than some of... Ah! Ah! Akamarak's other... Oh, stuff's about to come raining down, isn't it? That's fine. Oh, nice jump, you trash. Trash. I guess I have no other way of hurting this guy. I wonder if the big ones do more damage. Get out of here. Yep, didn't have the cape and didn't have the spiky. Nice way to reward people. That's exactly what I do. You better... That Bowser can kill you. Maybe you shouldn't have done this. There's a principle for this, and I think Akamara nearly broke that principle the other time. Displaying enemies in a, what did I call it? Enemies on display, or enemies in a zoo or something? Let me see what I called it. Let me see what I called it. Principles, enemies, zoo. I like it. Display. No, what's it called? Let's just filter for enemy design. I know you can't see this. That's fine. So it's not enemy design, it's basic layout. Cannot harm. Oh, was it dangerous decor? Using enemies and other unique objects as decoration when they have no chance for the player to interact with them. This is, yeah, it's dangerous decor, and I did file it under visual design. Interesting. Yeah, Akamag. Let's just show you what we're talking about. Courses, Akamarak, Galumba something. Where is it? Galuma Kid Castle already nearly done. Cool, we can just finish it off. Layers. The optional areas to get keys are layers because they're optional. In addition, the extra effort is rewarded. The bonus coins, power-ups are given if the player can keep everything without getting hurt. Nice challenge. Fairness, super mushrooms and respawning power. I'll just make this bigger for you guys. Boop. Fairness, super mushrooms and respawning power ups make smooth over the difficulty of some of the crazier rooms while giving players a chance to learn and play around. I like this approach. The difficulty is still there, but you don't die. You don't need to die. Feather, super mushroom, and spiny helmet. Small coins, big 10 coins. I think there was a 50 coin. Pacing. Some pipes. Each pipe is different. The second set of pipes gets more difficult. The final challenge is the most complex. Each involve kicking Golumba. Nice. Development. Teaching the player to kick Golumba, even big ones, was a nice lesson that set the tone for the entire experience. Speedrunnable. Anytime. There are multiple paths to take and multiple / optional paths to take, and combat. The risk reward balance is stressed. Bolder players will try to kill and move quickly and are rewarded with time saved. And I don't know how that spiky helmet works, but if you can kill Bowser really easy with it, that adds an additional layer of, is it worth doing more battle rooms to get the extra power up and killing Bowser quickly, or is it worth getting to Bowser more quickly and just dealing with them normally? Very interesting. Counterpoint, no. Each room was an enemy gauntlet. Nothing much, nothing more to them as far as I can tell. Let's see what somebody said about secrets. Yeah. Principles, I think he did the dangerous decor. He kind of broke that principle, but otherwise did a good job. Clarity, single screen challenges. Great. Camera, single screen, baby. And that completed his feedback 100%. Cool. Yeah, so that's Akamarak's style. You can see his fingerprint all over it. And in fact, let's just go back to the sheet because I'm still rambling. We go down to Akamarak right here. He has 1,263 points. He is interested in participating in a critical discourse, using all this knowledge to better talk about games, making the best Mario levels, and improve game design skills in general. So gameplay ideas. He likes enemy gauntlets so far. Basic layouts, single screen rooms with aerial platforms. Does that a lot. One-way platforms. Semi-solid or one-way platforms too. Enemy design. He likes to keep a motif. For enemy arrangement, keeps a motif like e.g. stacks or tracks, or the ability or enemies falling on from above. He likes to do that. Difficulty design wise, sets a challenging but forgiving skill floor. Has layers. Has ostensible layers of extra challenge denoted by clear objects like big coins and keys. There's more to say about Akamarak's style. Enemy design, power-ups. I probably have to add more columns here, but that's all we'll do for now. Spock, let's go. Bite-sized hammer climb. Are these lessons in Spock? Spock didn't put in this level, so I'm gonna have to put it in for him. It's a bite-sized hammer climb. Don't know the code yet, but it's from Spock. It's Paper Spock. And that's cool. You can't select if you like it or not right at the beginning, unless you played it already. Let's go. This is neat. Oh shoot, why? Nice. Nice, and it's hard to hurt yourself. That nice. I like it. Hopefully you guys all saw that good. Ha, Akamarak, getting that world record. So yeah, I'm gonna put his level into the thingy. It's VB3 D5C JGG. Cool. And I'll put the feedback there later. Scaling the rocket, Spock. Bite-sized jump claw man. So it looks like he's doing really interesting little things in development. Short focus challenges. Good. Jump claw. Yep. I'll put these in. Bite-sized jump claw man. This is N75 993 L6G. I actually typed that correctly. This got beat in 13 seconds. Alright. Okay. I can't do it. There goes my 13-second record. Wow, I missed. Wow. I always like to pressure me with time. Interesting. Interesting. It's so close. Interesting. Maybe we have to do jump. Interesting. And then I have to swing it? Really? Oh, wow. Pushing it upward. That thing is nuanced. Did I learn? Not enough. I didn't learn enough. It's so funny how I think the clarity of the idea that you have for your level is really closely correlated with how much people enjoy it. That didn't work. That didn't work. So just jumping back into it while it's moving up is like the best way to do it. That was bad. That's interesting. Interesting, I'm missing. You can actually accelerate by jumping into the claw and then jumping out of it because it sucks you in and then it keeps that momentum and it shoots you out. That's what we learned on Tony's level. Cool. Did not improve. Bite-size min headroom. Okay. Add this one too. That was bad. That door probably should be above the ground so you know you're not supposed to enter it. I was just holding left and right. Annoying. That door should probably be above the ground. I did it again. I'm just mashing buttons. This is a runoff? Ah, the classic Spock, hurry up. I hit down. I think in this Mario now you can uncurl in midair by letting go down. Yep, that was fun. Forgiving, quick restart, progressed, simple, like, you don't have to make crazy stuff to kill people. I'm gonna add it in bite-sized min headroom. This is 8RS 74N FGG. Get your points, Spock. Get your points for doing all this work. Yokoma. SMB 71. He did not put his level in either. Is this a jungle level that I love? Yes. Trash. Ba-da-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh, 7-1. No, I don't know 7-1. It's supposed to be the dark jungle level, right? Ah, I knew it. Get away from me. Ooh. Huh. Yeah, you probably should put a one-way door in if you want people not to enter it. I know it kind of looks ugly, but oh well. You got two opportunities. Huh. Okay. 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 Okay, not good. Not good. Not good. It's good. Where's my prize? Where's my beautiful bean footage? Nice. Huh. I wonder if you can do the infinite. Cool. So we're gonna put Yokoma for another level. Do 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 do. For R5 F06 WDG, it's called SMB 71. Okay, next. Sky Plant King, Wyvern Egg, you are not part of our group. Up and up. I think Greg likes the sky theme for Super Mario World. Oh, neat. Secret time. Nope. I wonder why you put those clouds there. To signify that you're going into a cloud zone? Cool. I didn't even know these were in the game. Cool. They didn't hurt me. Okay. Parachute. Nice. Nice. Everything's winged. Ooh, I'm on the up and up. Aw. Okay, putting the coins in the places where you don't get hurt, that's a principle. Very good. Ah! I saw that. I'm only gonna hit the spiny. No, I lied. This feels like a workshop level because it's varying it up 3 times. Can I kill these guys? Yes. Oh, I did not pop off that. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, that guy accelerated. Oh, I kept it. Okay, I didn't keep it. Wow, I'm gonna die. Wow. You think I would skid over the top? Maybe not. Oh, look at this secret. Okay. That was close. Hi, bonus room. Ah, bonus rooms. Ah! Okay. I like how he gives you a nice, easy way out. And I didn't take it. I'm gonna get killed. I don't care. I didn't get all the coins. The challenge, I ruined it. Let's go to the secret. Nothing? I bet there's a secret invisible block. No? I did it. Oh my gosh. Why is your level so long? That little bumper trying to send me back down to the Shadow Realm? That was almost dangerous. Complex timer. Things moving at 2 rates and now 3 rates. That was close. Nice. Nothing. That was so close. You typically don't have arrangements of little extra challenges like that on Bros 3 levels. So that was kind of odd. Okay. Odd and interesting. Okay, up and up. Is that in the document? Nope. Up and up. SMB. Oh, he got an SMB code. 9RV DHF. Does everybody hate Falco? Mario Workshop Enemy Bingo collab. It's got a lot of other stuff. And that'll be it. Alright, stream, it's going to be a busy last final few weeks. Look forward to... So we're not going to do too many focused lessons. We're going to reflect on a lot of the stuff that we've already done. I don't think we need to have a whole week about secrets and stuff, and I don't think we need to have a whole week about speed running, because we just need to observe how the levels we already made affect those things. But the one lesson that we will do is on Counterpoint, the most elusive, complex, difficult, final topic that I could possibly imagine for Mario. So I've been working on an interesting way to explain it. I hope it makes sense to everybody, but only time can tell. So until then, guys, peace out.